bonus episode. Check. 1, 2. What is up with y'all? You already know it's your boy 215 Got Beats, aka Streets, aka you already know this. Producer's new favorite podcast, Let Me Rap With You. And we are here for the bonus edition special Halloween episode. Happy Halloween to all of you out there who actually celebrate the holiday. I know everybody don't celebrate, but we're still going to, give a special holiday to everybody, from over here in the podcast, shit like that. So, Of course, y'all know this podcast is sponsored by Demolier. Thank you, Drippin'. You ain't dripping until you come shop with us. Make sure you go shop at Demolier Shop. Get my guy Smash 215. Demolier Shop, that's DEMOLIR Shop, no underscore, no none of that. I done said that a million times already. Y'all should know by now. And of course, this podcast is sponsored by Major Loops. If anybody hasn't been making no Halloween kits for the month, if you need to buy some kits, get my guy Roy Lux and Major Loops. We got the best 808s, construction kits, drums, loops, samples. You name it, whatever you need for that next placement. Got the best kits, great prices. You feel me? Make sure you go shop at Major Loops. And of course, this podcast is sponsored by No Rival Shop. Shout out my guy, The Mind. He was here, for the season. Got to end off the season with The Mind, right before, the very last episode. So, it was definitely great having him for the very first season. Make sure you guys shop at No Rivals. Got a lot planned for y'all. Can't, spoil everything, but we got a lot planned for y'all. You feel me? Not just me, but, my guys at No Rivals. You feel me? So, I think we're just going to give y'all treats, no tricks. Really no intro segment. I'm not really going to try to force one this holiday. This really isn't even supposed to be an episode. I said, you know what? There was somebody that I was originally going to get him for season 2, but I told myself, you know what? I think people need to know about this guy now before things really start to, So I told myself, you know what? I'm going to get you for the bonus episode. And, we're going to make it do what it do. So I'm actually about to, get ready to send him the link now. Y'all already know how we doing. Like I said, all treats, no tricks. So, let's get busy. You feel me? But besides that, random positive vibes. Hope everybody's, like I said, I hope that y'all got to drop some Halloween music, for the holiday, because I'm going to definitely need some Halloween hits to listen to tonight, or just anything in that, type of matter. So, like I said, and if any producers, if y'all dropped any kits for Halloween, please send me links. I cannot keep up with everybody. I'm already paying attention to so much that's going on. That's how I'm able to even do this podcast, because of my research and everything that goes on in the community. So if y'all got Halloween kits, Halloween songs, send me links, please. Please send me links. I am going to need them. Definitely want to hear some new music from the underground. I already know the mainstream going on. We already know they're going to drop. We already know they're going to drop shit. So I ain't really worried about the industry. That's a game I ain't really in yet. So it's not something that is of my concern, until that day comes, you feel me? Just sent off the link call. So now we about to ain't that gonna be a gag for the episode? Sure, no. We lit here. Like I said, man, season 2 right now, currently, booking guests for season 2 probably start, the interview process and all that probably starting next week. But, season 2, honestly, the fact that we even made it to the end of season 1, I would like to thank all of y'all. Seriously. Probably won't have enough time to give all the special thanks, but, I'm going to definitely, make sure y'all get something out of that, because, I don't care if it's one person, I don't care if it's 10, I don't care if it's 100, I don't care if it's 1,000. The fact that I was even able to help producers learn a few things just from my podcast, it's just something that I'm grateful to even carry, because, some podcasts are just, oh, snap. Homie just entered the waiting room, so let's get this in. All right, mine's connected. I'm gonna say, you got a camera on your John or nah?
Nah.
Oh no, it's all good. You know, we just gonna have an audio episode for the bonus, I guess. But let me rap with you podcast. Your boy 215 got beats, aka Streets, aka you already know this. We got special guests, Vanish Beats in the building. What is up with you, bro?
Yo, what's good?
Man, nothing, man. I appreciate you, hopping out for this bonus episode because, like I was just telling the fans, nobody even supposed to get this, and I'm grateful that you brought the time out to even, come out and do this for me.
Nah, I appreciate you letting me come on and inviting me.
Man,
been a fan of your guys' stuff for a while.
Gary said, is this your first podcast interview or no?
It's like my first real one. I did one like back in the day, but like whenever I first started.
I guess it's kind of like a restart, huh?
Yeah.
For sure. So, we're gonna have some fun tonight, and I'm not really gonna say too much. I'm gonna let you actually start this episode. We're gonna start with the upbringing, where you come from, and how this whole thing started and how you became Vanish Beats today.
Sure.
So I'll let you start. You can start however you want to, bro.
Just want me to explain like how I got into making beats and whatnot?
We can actually start from where you from first. The fans will definitely let to know where you from, especially if the hometown they watching you.
Yeah, I'm from Springfield, Illinois. It's like kind of a big place, but it's also a small place. Like everyone knows everyone. There's like no music scene here at all.
I understand. My artist AB is from Quincy, Illinois.
Oh, I know what that is.
Yep, I think that's like maybe an hour or two from Chicago.
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half, like maybe 2 hours from me.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good to say that. Definitely glad to have Illinois in the building. It's a lot of collaborators from Illinois that I've definitely been banging with lately. Definitely shout out to y'all. Y'all don't get enough shout outs from me. Y'all deserve that for sure. So, like you said, it wasn't really no music scene or anything out there. So, what kind of really brought the inspiration to you to even start doing music in the first place?
I've like always been into music. Like ever since I was a kid, I would always have music playing. What is my dog doing? But like I would always be listening to music, and like the thing that got me into it is I listen to music, but the like song wasn't what interests me. Like the production was always like cool to me.
You know what I used to do when I was a kid? When my mom used to get me albums and stuff, like instead of me like listening to the album, before I would even listen to the album, I would open the booklet. Remember how back in the day we used to like with the CDs, you used to get the booklets and stuff and all that when you buy them from the store. I would literally read all the credits from like songwriters to producers to additional composers, like people who did instruments and stuff like that. That was a shit that like really impressed me for real. Not even just the music that came out.
Yeah, I never even knew what a producer was. I always thought that like the rappers and everything, they'd have like a band come in, or they would like play the instruments live.
30 years ago, that's how it was. That's how it was like 30 years ago plus, you had to have that kind of stuff. We didn't have, the MPCs didn't really come out like that until like maybe late 80s going into the 90s, the Rollins and stuff. But like, well, the ones that producers really started using like Timberland, Swiss Beats. But, back in the day, it was different. Nowadays, we can just be a one-man band and just, if you wanted to buy every instrument from fucking Guitar Center, you could have that shit in your room right now,
Yeah.
So, and, coming from that, like, what were some of the, artists and rappers that you looked up to, that you listened to, not even if it was just for their music, but just for the beats that they chose? Like, what were some of the rappers that, you were listening to?
I first got into like Eazy-E and like Eminem and Ice Cube and all of them.
Shady
and like that's all I would listen to. And then I found like Lil Wayne and all of them later on.
Sounds like the dog wants to get in the episode.
I don't know what he's doing.
Hilarious. Shoot, I think my cat was trying to get in the episode earlier. Before as soon as I came in, like when I was texting you to get into the episode, the cat was just sitting in the chair, like, nigga, don't you know I got to do an episode tonight? Like, come on, dog. Like, like you feel me? So like I came up that same way though. I mean, my mom was more so like R&B when I was around my mom, but like once I started like hanging with my dad, like that's when I really started like enduring rap and all that. Kind of like the same influences, but I'll say more like Souls of Mischief, Refugees, let's see, Lords of the Underground, like type stuff like that. And then like you said, going into the Hot Boys, Lil Wayne and that type stuff. So when it finally came to you that okay, like I want to start making beats, like what was that time of the moment like? Was it somebody around you that like influenced you to like make beats, or did like something just made you say, you know what, I'm gonna just start making beats?
So like I said earlier, like the production was always like cool to me. And I think I was on like YouTube or something, and I saw, I think it was either Lex Luger or Southside, and they were making a beat, and I was they were like on the computer. And I was like, what the hell are they doing? And then like I like looked into it, and they were on Fruity Loops, and I was like, I gotta crack that. So I bought it now, but I was
Shouts
like,
out to the producers who actually buy FL Studio. We actually have to address that.
yeah. But like I was just hooked. Like I'd be on there for like 12 hours a day, just like learning how to use it. And eventually it just, I started getting really into it and learning how to network and all of that. Bro.
Yeah, he's okay. He's okay. He just wants to be remembered once you get big too. That's all. But that's crazy that you actually sat there and took the time first. Like you didn't look at tutorials too much or anything.
Uh no, because I never even really like knew that there was tutorials. The first tutorial I watched was like probably like Nick Mira side piece cooking up.
Same with me. Like Kyle Beats and then that Money, they were the first tutorials I seen. But just like same with me. Like I'm more so of a hands-on person. Like I know there's tutorials for days, but like I like to learn a lot of stuff hands-on just so I could say that, like I actually took the time to really did that, because tutorials, trust me, if any producer watch tutorials, you could be the next big thing next week, next month, whatever, you really take the time and practice. And actually getting into that, like you said, like I actually noticed a tweet that you had put out. I don't know if it was today or yesterday, because I had really just got back on the timeline today for real, but I had noticed you said 4 or 5 months ago, like, like nothing was really going on for you or nothing was really happening for you. Now you're just in a place where it's like things are just coming for you. So the couple of things that I've noticed, because when I started following you and started paying attention after the 808 Mafia beat critiques, I had noticed that you had gotten stuff with Scotty, Yung Gosse, shout out Digital Dior, shout out my guy Sunny Laurent. I started seeing them coming one by one. You just getting these placements and these collaborations with these producers.
If shout out YK and Digital Dior. If it wasn't for Sunny, I probably wouldn't be here at all. Like, because like right before the whole beat critique and stuff, I was debating on like quitting making beats, and then
I remember you talking about it in the critique.
and Sunny hit me up, and I sent him beats, and then a month or two later, I got a Scotty placement, and then I started working with Gosse, and then Gosse started fucking with me, and now I send Gosse beats like every other day.
Fallin is one of my favorite songs I'm playing right now. Like
I fuck with that.
that is my song. Like I don't know what you and Mary did to put Goss in his bag with that song, but you and Mary definitely and definitely shout out to Mary Digital Dior.
Yeah, his loops are crazy.
So he did the loop for that one. We're gonna say
Yeah.
okay for sure. I'm gonna say it like this. Coming from a drum constructor himself, like bro, I'm gonna say it like this. Your drums are crazy, bro. Like I don't be impressed with too many producers' drums. I could probably only say maybe my guy, Mo Magic, Throw Tobin, Poppy. I can probably say like there are a couple of guys who like I love their drums. I'm not too impressed.
Bobby's drums are crazy.
Yeah, I use it like, when I'm cooking up, I'm definitely using his drums, even if they're not going in the store or getting sent out for placements. Just know that those are some of Poppy's drums on some of them drums that y'all hear. You feel me? But like it's crazy now. Like now that all these placements and stuff are coming for you, like what direction are you looking at? Not really for so like with others, but like what is the direction that you're looking at for Vanish Beats?
I just want to like grow my brand, obviously, and get more placements. But um, ever since I started making beats, obviously, since I literally started from like 808 Mafia and all of them, and started working with people like in it,
Mm-hmm.
I want like the direction of my career to go with them, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out Palace, we've been talking.
Definitely shout
Craziest
out to
book maker
Palace. He's for
I've
the
ever heard,
community
and he's such a cool dude.
for sure. Because he understands. He came from the same place that a lot of producers are coming from. Just Southside, just using one of his loops. Like, you know, he came from a position that a lot of producers are trying to get in. And honestly, like, what's your take? Because honestly, this is something that I really never got to talk about from the first season. What's your intake on producers? Oh snap! Let me see. Oh, I don't know why my John said was muted for a sec, but what's your intake on producers that are hating on other producers using loops and melodies and stuff?
I think it's dumb to hate on it because like collabing and using loops in general is such a good way to like get yourself out there, and also starting out with drums makes it like way easier because like I didn't know how to make melodies like a month ago. Like if you can't make melodies, you go on Looperman, hit up people. Like it doesn't matter what size they are. I literally hit up people with like tens of thousands, and they'll hit you back and send you loops. And if you're fire, they'll keep working with you and put you on.
That's what I told producers on a recent episode. Like I said, it's producers who got placements who send me loops all the time. It's just the relationship that you build with them and how you approach them. I'm just not like I'm trying to get a hit with you type.
Yeah, everyone
John,
hits up
like you feel
people.
me?
Everyone hits up people like robots and like acting all weird. Like if you're weird, no one's gonna want to work with you. Like if you hit up someone and they don't work with you right off that, just build a relationship with them. Like you
Hey,
can't
isn't
be.
that's how we is? Shit. Like honestly, like the one thing I've learned just from the past, and probably say I've learned it during the pandemic, like even if it's days where I'm not working with the collaborators, working with the artists, I just like hitting people up just on regular type time because it's like, you kind of want to know who, oh snap, you kind of want to know who you're dealing with, at the same time, you feel me?
Yeah, exactly. Like I always try to like hit people up that have like no followers because like Alex Rome,
Hell yeah.
he hit me up when he had like 50 followers maybe, and now he's blown up and he's one of the most talented people I've ever met, and that's like my brother.
For sure,
So
man.
like
Shout out Alex Rim. I had brought the damn it, what was that kit that he had sold for $10? I think it was the Lunar kit. He was selling it like last month. I had brought it, so got some lit
that
Jones in
fire
there.
kit.
Yeah. I forgot which one it was called. I think it was like a guitar loop kit. Yeah, it was a guitar loop kit. I'm looking in the FL. So definitely shout out. But my honestly, like you said, to me it's lame to hate on that because like I kind of when I first started making beats, I made loops because I didn't even know I could get loops and kits and stuff. This is before I even knew I could get that shit. I had just had a couple drum kits from a couple friends, but like honestly, I say 90% of the joints that I put out, even the placements that I got, probably 90% are probably collabs that I put drums on. Because like you said, like I'm still learning. So for those producers, and I'm gonna say this because like this is coming from a person, this is coming from me actually. It's coming from somebody who still has that fear of like it's kind of like that border from just doing drums to now doing melodies. Like what's a good thing of advice that I could say that you can give producers to say, okay, it's time for me to hop over these melodies and not really like try to worry about shit?
There's only so much you can do with drums, and like if you're the one making melodies, it's so much easier to get placements. Like just doing drums is harder, but if you can like make some fire melodies or learn how to do it, you can the placements will just flood in. And because people are always looking for melodies, like the top producers will just post emails. Like TM88 just posted an email like 4 days ago and was hopping on like everybody's loops. Like just don't be scared. Like everyone's loops and melodies and even drums were all trash at the beginning. Like you think Southside woke up and was just instantly like one of the best?
Nah.
You just had to put in the work. If you want it, learn how to do it and you'll get it.
Yeah, honestly, like I'm basically trying to come up with a like how I got collaborators and stuff that I work with. Like you said, just send them out. I'm basically coming up with like a list of like 10 producers that I work with, and I'm just gonna just start off by sending loops and stuff to them, and then like once like the homies start fucking with it, then it's like, all right, okay, now I'm at a point to where okay, I could send it out to others. So I was coming up with that analogy just to kind of get myself to get out of that loop of not doing melodies, you know?
Yeah, facts. And everyone thinks you have to like know music theory or all of that. Like you don't at all. Like I don't. Well, I mean, I kind of know because I like played guitar and piano and all of that. But like, there's things in FL that will basically tell you where to put everything.
For sure. I'm Gary say. I gotta read the FL manual. I def gotta read the manual because there's probably some gems in that John.
Bro, the scale highlighter.
Scale highlighter.
Yeah, that's all, like you use that, nothing will ever be off key.
For sure. I usually use pitch region. Like, okay, like this is my breakdown. Like people try to figure out how my 80 I have certain 808s, like how you just use the word scale. You know how they have like the different scales and stuff.
Yeah.
So a secret sauce that I have with my beats, I don't know, like you said, I don't know music theory like that, but like I have an ebook. Shout out my guys at Beat Spot. Shout out my guys out in Italy, Beat Spot. I have an ebook where they have all the scales, and I don't remember all of them, but I know for most beats that I use that are C, D, or E major, there are other notes that you can use in 808s that may not be as on key as the melody, but if it matches the scale, that's kind of like how I be tricking out like a couple of like my 808s and stuff sometimes.
Oh yeah, I know about that. I was watching
Yeah.
a KBZ tutorial and he like was talking about that. Like if
Yeah.
you move a certain note, it'll only work in like certain scales, but it'll still sound good and like work.
I'll give every producer this gem right now because I've been learning this. Like I sent a beat to Gosse recently, but the problem was that the Black Rose loop was already used. So it's like, we not even gonna, like, I think he already had did the song. He told me, yeah, text me. He had already did the song, so we couldn't use the beat and all that. But he had fucked with the drums like crazy. But it was a drill beat, and usually with my drill beats, how I do the slides, usually my slides don't match the specific key of the melody of the beat, but it will match the scale of like, one of the keys that are being used. And that's how like I kind of be like that's kind of a gem I kind of give for like people that are doing drill beats. Even if the slide 808 is not the exact key, make sure it's a scale key and you can still probably maneuver it as long as you get the slide time correct.
I've been trying to learn how to make drill beats because like I fucking suck at those.
I gotta I'll say it like this. I'll send you the midis. I'll send you the midis to the joint I did for guys. I'll send you the midis to that just so you can kind of get a like a a hint of how to do it. Cause like
Yeah.
I got a drum MIDI kit, but like I be never wanting to sell it, bro. Cause it's like it's it's too saucy. So I just be using it for myself. But like if I'm working with people, like I got a homie, like I always send them midis because like I started making MIDI kits because of him. So it's like, I always send my MIDIs out to him. But if there's anybody that I really work with or like we just talk on the daily, like even my brother, like if he want to do a drill beat and he be needing this shit, You can just call me like nigga, like here. This is the recent drill stems I did. Like, you know. I'll definitely send you them Jones when I get a chance when I get off. But like honestly, drill beats, I think I gotta say this now. I gotta say this now because I don't think that we are really comprehending the takeover of drill beats. Because, like you said, you're learning how to make drill beats. I'm getting into making drill beats. I really don't think that the new wave is comprehending that drill beats is really going to be staying for like the next, maybe I'll say 3-5 years.
I just think they're like the whole bounce is different, and like I just fuck with that.
It's a vibe. Hmm. But honestly, like, what are some of your what are some of your favorite like 808s to like use? Like hard 808s, like bouncy 808s, like baby 808s. What are some of your favorite 808s to use? Like just from a drum constructor perspective.
Um, I really don't like long 808s like at all because I feel like you can't really get bounce with them. But I've been using the Astro 808 from Cash Money AP's kit. It's like the only thing I use, and like I changed a little bit on it. And also Nick Mirror's Transcend 808. Those are like the two 808s I only use basically.
Those are two of the legendary 808s in the game. I'm not even going to cap on that. You feel me? A lot of, like the Cash Money AP one you just mentioned. A lot of people be using that one for sure. And I mean, honestly, for me, I mean, like I've been using Poppy's 808s recently because you know that the 808 kick that he dropped earlier this year, he made all them 808s from scratch. So it's like I like stuff that's made from scratch. I got a 808 maker in my team as well. So like I honestly just be trying to use like my team's 808s because like you said, like they're not really like the ones that have that long bounce. Like it's not no long ass 808. Like the 808s my guys got, they're still experimental 808s, but they still got a bounce to it to where it's like, okay, you can come up with some new genre type shit with this.
I still need to cop Poppy's kit. I never did.
Got to, bro. You got to. I think one of them. I'm about to, you know what? While we on this episode, I'm about to look on the B stars right now because I think one of them was free. But like for sure, like honestly, like Poppy's 808s is definitely lit for sure. But what's your intake on I'm gonna say because I had this contemplation with myself because I was thinking about getting back on YouTube just for the hell of it, not even just to try to get sales, but just knowing that I'm about to drop more beats again and stuff. I was just thinking about getting back on YouTube. You think the YouTube game is oversaturated, or you still think like niggas can get lit off that?
Uh, it depends because if like you want to, like you have to post daily for months. Like I don't have the time for that. Like I tried like a month or two ago to get back into it, but I just don't have the time. And I don't think it's like dead or anything at all. Like Pario Beats, if you know him, he just blew up, and I'm pretty sure he's working with like Internet Money and all of them. Plus, like there's artists that look for type beats all the time. You just gotta be consistent and hope for the best.
Honestly, and like you said, hoping for the best. But I'm not gonna say that in your position because you put the work in. But like you said, right before you know the beat critique, right before you know me and you was and the rest of the gang was getting into the beat critique and stuff. Right before then, when that struck of light hit, that Sunny Laurent hit you, like I just kind of want to get into that process. Like right before the guys placements hit, right before the Sunny, I mean not Scotty placements hit, like what had happened, like right then and then, like when Sunny found you, he had noticed a couple loops that you sent them, or like you had collab with him.
He told me to send some beats over, so I sent them, and like nothing happened. Like he didn't hit me back or anything. And I think I hit up Scotty and sent Scotty beats, and like a day later he sent back a beat or a song, and it was crazy. Still didn't drop, but it's hard. And then I found Gosse. I was in a live, Sunny's live, and I was like, this dude's hard. I gotta hit him up. And he was like, I'm down to work. I sent him beats. he gave me his number, and like a month or two later, I sent him beats again, and then like the next day, he was like, I made a hit, and it was Fallin, and it dropped the next week. They started preparing for the drop. Like the second the beat or the song was done, I was like, damn.
That's crazy. Definitely proud of you for that one, man. Because if I remember, I think Gosse had posted the statistics. Y'all did 20K in a
We
fucking
did
week.
20K in
In a
like a day
fucking
or
week.
two.
Oh, that was in a day?
Yeah, and it hit 5K in a day, and like 3 or 4 days later, it's at 20K now, so like 40K, I think.
That shit just climbing, man. Definitely proud of y'all, man. So, like, honestly, and I had noticed, and I was gonna ask you this personally because like I had noticed that like I know a couple of production teams, they're looking for producers and all that. I had noticed you was trying to get yourself in, based off of the art and skill that you have. In my opinion, I was thinking that why don't you start a production team? Because you're first of all, you're a master with drums, which you trust me, you actually could have started that way before. You're a master with drums. Now you're hopping into melodies. Now you're at a position where it's like, okay, you're learning both sides of the spectrum to where not only you will be able to put yourself in that place, but you'll also be able to get like the people that you're working with on a daily in that place.
I definitely thought about it, but like I just don't really know how to start a team and everything. But like,
My opinion, just talk with a couple of guys, like get to know the vision that they have. Like if their vision relates to the vision that you got, I would say, hey, like let's get together, let's do some collabs, let's see where that go, and then then you can consider okay, this might be long term. You feel me? We might be able to keep this going. Because I even got homies like that. Like I'm like I got my own label, but I'm also with a couple of other people's teams as well. Because even though I'm not even though I got my own shit going on, I know that these guys, I'm gonna be with them in the long run. It wouldn't matter if I had my own label. It wouldn't matter if I was signed or not. So knowing I'm gonna have the long run with these guys is like, okay, let's just have that imprint right then and there, right now. You feel me?
yeah, I definitely like. I get what you mean. Like I always try to like help people out. Like if I think they're fire, I always try to like help them get a placement, or I'll hit up people I know and be like, "Yo, this dude's fire. You got to work with him. You got to put him on."
If I didn't sign my last producer, I'd have probably did it. I ain't even going bullshit. Like I'll be sitting there listening to your stuff. I'll be like, man, if I didn't sign the last producer for the roster, I would have got vanished. I would have got vanished. Damn it. But knowing the position I'm in and knowing everybody I got on my roster now, I wouldn't, I wouldn't like ruin that for you. I'm gonna just keep it a being at that. But we're going into the end of 2020. It's been a hectic year, Lord knows, and 2021. It ain't no stopping us. So what do you got planned for like the next year and for the next run for you?
2021, like I just know it's gonna be a big year for everyone. Like Gosh and all of them, I have no doubt in them going like platinum or being huge or being like mainstream.
For sure.
And like I don't know, just 2021. I just have a huge feeling, and like I've always believed in myself a lot. So I don't know. I feel good things coming.
Do you feel like believing yourself is part of like making it? Because like to me, what I've been learning from like the greats and from learning from the ones who've been coming up, like mindset has definitely been a part of the game for them.
Oh yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like if you don't believe in yourself, then why would anyone else? Like, if you think you're trash, then you're always gonna think your stuff's trash. Like if I think one of my beats are trash, I still send them out because it could just be like in your head or in your ears that you think it's not good. But if I send it to Gosh, he might like it. I just sent him a pack yesterday, and I was debating on not sending him this one beat, and he responded and said that was my favorite one.
There's always be the ones that you think it's trash that be the favorites. I don't know why it works like that. Don't know why it works like that. But honestly, I think like 20% of the catalog that I'm about to upload, it was like a selection of beats that didn't make placements or ones that I thought like, I probably wasn't gonna upload this genre. But I said, you know what? Fuck it. You feel me?
Yeah, like same thing was with Side Piece. He sent or he made this beat and on YouTube. It was like this shit low key trash, and like 2 weeks later, it got placed with Young Bands, and that was fuck, what was the name of the song? It was the pumped up like kicks thing. I forgot the name of it, but it went big.
Mm. Yeah. So speaking of placements, what are some? I'm gonna say mainstream. Like if you had mainstream placement goals, who would be on that list right now?
Uh, it's a hard question. Cause like I'm always listening to music. Fuck. Probably like Dirk and Polo. Those are like people I've been listening to the most. And like coming from Illinois, like everyone in Chicago is just like people I've looked up to, like Herbo and all of them. A placement with them would be crazy.
Low key,
Even if it wasn't
Illinois,
big.
y'all winning right now. Y'all
That's
winning.
fine.
Y'all
Vaughn's
winning.
one with our
Dirk, Herbo, Vaughn. We can keep the new. Dirk just signed a couple new artists that's racking up numbers. Let's see who else in Chicago. Chance. Like even if it's not the trap genre, it's ways in other genres. R&B. Y'all winning right now.
That's facts.
Y'all winning right now for sure. Especially Vaughn and Chop Squad DJ about to drop. Definitely can't wait for that one.
Vaughn is like in Illinois right now, like everyone, like that's the go-to artist right now, and like it's crazy because I had the opportunity to send him a pack. I don't know if anything happened with it, but it was so cool to me.
Hey, just having the opportunity counted. That's all I can say for that one. I mean, for me, because I say like this, since it's the bonus episode of the season, I'll probably give mine. If who's on my list right now? Because my list is kind of weird. Fabio Foreign, Future.
Future and a Thug placement, I'd lose my mind.
I don't deserve a thug placement yet. I gotta work harder for that. But let's see. Uh Fetty Wap,
Bro,
Chanel
everyone
West
only
Coast.
takes on Fetty. He's hard.
Fetty is my guy, bro. Fetty is my guy. Let me see. And who have I been listening to recently that God, it was just on the top of my head too. I'm trying to remember. Fucking I was just listening to him too. Just on my playlist. Pyrex. Even though he make beats.
His music's
I
hard.
gotta get one with Pyrex. Gotta get one with Pyrex.
The new tape he dropped was crazy.
Didn't even get a chance to hear it yet. Didn't even get a chance to hear it. All the shit I've been doing, I ain't get a chance to hear that, John. Yeah, I definitely gotta hear it now.
He started his own like kind of beat making. Like you see everyone doing Pyrex type beats now. He can rap. Like he's crazy.
I didn't want to say it on Twitter because I already knew it was gonna happen, but I said as soon as Blood on the Hills drop, Pyrex type beats gonna start coming out the ass.
Bro, I can't get away from it. I don't really fuck with Pyrex type beats, but like it's probably because I just hear them so much. But actual Pyrex beats, crazy.
For sure. I think I'm one of the actually only producers who I can say have traditional Pyrex type hi hats. Because like I said, like I do drum minis. Like I was doing those type of hi hats way before it was cool. So but you feel me? That's why I said like that's why I want to get one with Pyrex. Because like I said, like I feel like like damn, like he definitely on the vibe that I'm on. You feel me? So it's like I def gotta get one with him. Down the long run. Definitely want to get one with Thug, but like I said, I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it yet.
Bro,
Thug, like the Thug, let me be in the studio and Thug walked in my presence right now. I'll sit there like I don't deserve this. You gotta be ready. Like niggas like Thug, you gotta be ready. Like if my beats ain't ready for that shit, I can't. Like I said, that's why I said I can't. I don't deserve that shit yet. Like I said, Future Fetty and them, I've been doing those side beats since since I started doing this shit. You feel me? So, but besides that, bro, what has it been like? Just working with guys, working with Scotty, and working with all the other artists that you've been working with. What is it? What has it been like? Just building the relationships, building the process with them.
It's been dope because like it's not all about music. Like if I needed anything, like I know Gosse would be there. Like they're all like super chill people. Like I don't know how else to explain it, but like they're just super down to earth people. Especially Gosse. Gosse is the homie.
For sure, man. I definitely gotta get one with guys too. Definitely been slacking on that. Like I haven't texted him in a minute. Like I said, it's just been stuff going left and right, but definitely like I'm trying to get guys for season 2 for the podcast as well. That's why I said like getting season 2 ready and all that. That's why I said it was just grateful just to even get you for the bonus episode for season 1. Just getting all that ready and all that. You feel me?
Yeah, season 2 is about to be crazy.
Hey, I'm Gary. Say I'm trying to get Sensei for episode. I'm trying to get him for episode 1, honestly, for season 2, because I feel like he would definitely be the perfect person, because like I feel his energy is like oh, he want to talk his shit. Like, oh yeah, I'm a def getting for season 2. Definitely appreciate that good look on Twitter earlier. But besides that, bro, it's been great. It's been great, talking to you about, your process and everything that, you've been putting on for yourself. What's the one last bit of advice that you would give producers in general, whether it's mixing or mastering, whether it's, just getting your sound up, or email, or getting a relationship with artists? What will be the one last bit of advice that you would give them before we exit out this episode?
1, tune your 808s, and 2, don't give up or like lose hope. Like, and don't be scared to reach out to people. Like 9 out of 10 times, unless the dude's just a douchebag, he's gonna respond. Like, you just have to put yourself out there and don't be scared to network.
For sure. Well, it was great having you, bro. It was great.
I appreciate it.
It was great having the dog for that episode.
I don't know what the fuck he's doing anymore.
He said, look, I want my spotlight too, nigga. I need this. I don't blame him. Look, I think the pets just wanted their spotlight tonight. I know my cat gonna be pissed at me, like, nigga, I ain't get the episode. Like, I'm mad at you. So, but bro, it was definitely great rapping with you. If anybody want to get at my guy Vanish Beats, follow him on Twitter, Vanish Beats, IG as well. Let Me Rap With You podcast. Your boy 215 Guy Beats, aka Streets, aka you already know this. We will see y'all for season 2, and we are out. V, I'll catch you on the flip side, my guy.
Peace.
Peace.